Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good Saturday morning, everybody. What is going on? Kent, he's here in spirit. Um, love you, dude. You're awesome, man. You're always here. It's no worries, man. No worries. How is everyone doing today? Uh, if you're Gen X, it's been a rough week. Um, maybe some millennials having a rough week too. Malcolm Jamal Warner, rest in peace. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. I ain't gonna tolerate any negative talk about any of these individuals. And talking about Hogan here, I don't want to hear any crap about Hogan. Hogan, y'all don't know who Terry Bollea was. We all make mistakes in life. I don't want to hear it. God rest you, Hulk Hogan, man. You were awesome. Awesome dude. What a icon. Great guy. What a week, right? What a week. Heaven got a lot cooler this week, I guess. Good morning, Sherry. Shari? Am I saying that right? Is it Shari or Sherry? Let me know in the comments. Rough losses for sure. Icons. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Carrie. Good morning. Yeah, let's do a little coffee check. Got my Haddonfield Diner mug. Come get a slice. And I am drinking Door County is the brand. It is peanut butter crunch. It's like a peanut butter cereal flavor coffee. I always drink it black, no cream, no sugar. And it's amazing. So good. Door County peanut butter crunch. One of the best coffees I've ever had. And I wasn't sure. I've tried peanut butter in some coffees before and I didn't like it at all. And this is amazing. So check it out. Hey, Todd, man. Hey, good to see you here, dude. I need to give you a call. Shari. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. Always want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, it's a really good coffee. Door County does some awesome stuff. They had a chocolate cherry one that kind of reminds me of we have a family recipe of homemade brandy cake, chocolate cherry brandy cake, and that coffee sort of reminds me of the flavor of it, and it's amazing. Hey, good morning, Pam. Yes, my phone is still on. Let me turn the sound off. I'm gonna need it though, because I've got Alex sent me over the list of what's coming out on Lunar Light Company for Halloween for Friday at noon, which we'll get into, of course. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Yeah, I mean, how many of us are are starting to pull out the Halloween stuff already? I mean, honestly, I've got a little Halloween year round in my space. Anyway, but I put up most of it because I like it to be special. I don't want to see all my Halloween stuff all year, so I leave out a few things year round. But not to mention that I'm a big horror guy and horror fan, so I've got horror stuff all over the place year round. Hey, good morning, Punky. Good to see you. We've got Burning Voodoo by Witch Nose and melting South of Sanity's Watermelon Scarecrow in the kitchen. Watermelon Scarecrow is so good, is it not? And Voodoo is amazing. I actually have a video that I'm working on soon that has to do with Voodoo for my my Cinewax series, my Wicks and Flicks. Just put up your autumn Halloween type of wallpaper on your PC. Yeah, I got to just sort of bring it out slowly. It's so much to do all at once. But I hope everybody's having a good week, despite it being just kind of a sad week for a lot of us. Check on your Gen Xers. Yeah, it was a rough one. Oh, look at this. I got a nice Dennis the Menace going on. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Pumpkin spice latte is amazing, Carrie. It really is. That coffee note in there. So you had one called the Devil's Coffee. It was Devil's Coffee was awesome. It's just a pure coffee fragrance, and the pumpkin spice latte uses that same coffee note, and then the perfect pumpkin spice in there. South of Sanity, just killing it. Yeah. I'm working on shooting a whole lot of content, whole lot of videos, candle reviews, and then a bunch of movie related content too. A lot of that's coming. I'm going to be, diving back into doing just video stuff. I don't know. Lives will be here and there. I mean, this is kind of the time of season where we got Kringle coming out with their stuff. We're talking about Lunar Light today. Witch Nose just dropped their stuff. So like, I'm sure we'll do some lives, Virgil and I'll do some lives. I know Virgil and I are going to do the Kringle unboxing like we did last year. So, but I'm kind of excited to just shoot more video content. I miss putting that up, but we're going to have a lot more video content, a lot more movie content stuff coming. So I'm pretty stoked on it. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Carrie. Appreciate it. Well, I mean, without further ado, let's talk about Lunar Light Company, y'all. How many of you are customers of Lunar Light Company? How many of you have gotten stuff from them before? Let me know in the comments maybe what some of your favorites are. I found Lunar Light about 3 years ago, maybe. And you can see actually there's a review of my first order is up. And yeah, I think I've got like a couple of videos for Lunar Light on here. And I want to mention Mr. Mansion right now. Dante Renee over there, Mr. Mansion. He's been dropping some really cool content and has been talking about Lunar Light and the importance of the focus on health. Not every, I think like bigger companies, it's obviously it's about commerce. With smaller companies, it's usually about art and fragrance. If you're totally focused on commerce, health stuff can take a back seat. Lunar Light puts health, forefront. And that's something that I really appreciate. And I also have to say, like, all of you, or I guess most of you, some of you might be new to the channel, but most of you know that I try to focus on small batch independent candle companies for a few reasons. One, the big guys don't really need my help at all. And two, it's about artistry and fragrance and about how if you have a specific question concerning your health or something like that, these are usually single makers, or they have a small team of people like Witch City Wicks, and they can tell you exactly where they source things. They can tell you exactly what's in their candles. And I don't know, it's just something I find more moving to me about the artistry of small batch companies and the fragrances that they put out. They're things you're not going to find all the time. They're interested in their vision. And this is something I think like across the board, sort of no matter what artistry or creativity you're involved in, there's two ways to go about things. If you create something and you're thinking about other people and sort of a general audience and how much other people will like the thing, and you're more focused on maybe, moving it, that's commerce. That's not art. I write, we're going to be making some films here soon. All the music I've done in my past, stuff. I was in a band. We were on the radio. We did stuff. I didn't write music for anyone but me. I don't write the novel I'm working on. It's for me. The movies that we've written that we're going to film, it's for me. It's because I wanted to watch something and it's not on my shelf. So I've got to create it. I wanted to hear something, this kind of vibe, this kind of music, and it doesn't exist. So I needed to create it. Um, this is not any different with candle companies. Uh, there's a fragrance, it doesn't exist. You want to smell it, you want to create it, you want to vibe it, you want to bring yourself somewhere. It's artistry. It's about the individual, and if you focus on that, it has your thumbprint on it, and other people will vibe with it. Other people will vibe with it. That's how you create all that. It's not like you don't put any thought into whether or not you're going to sell something, but it comes second. It always has to come second. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox, but that's my spiel about art versus commerce. And by the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with commerce, and I'm not an anti-capitalist like some people are today. But we're not going to get into that. Amanda says, yeah, you've got lots of Lunar Light. A lot of y'all have ordered many times from Lunar Light Company. That's good. She does some really cool stuff, not just, just wax melts, candles, but she's got some great sprays and roll-on perfumes and different things, which is something we'll get into here shortly. I'm going to kind of catch up in the comments because I just went, blah, blah, right? Yeah. Yeah. I like Starbucks espresso, Verona blend. That's a nice one, Carrie. That's good. Henry said, just put up a autumn Halloween type of wallpaper. Yeah, I've already started for sure. Voodoo's amazing, Pam. Yeah, it's Voodoo by Witch Nose Candles it's a banger scent. Like I said, I've got a video I'm doing on it. It's going to be on the Cinewax playlist that I'm going to do, which is me pairing movies with candles. So I'm really excited to get into that one. Shari, yeah, first purchase back in 2021. It's probably about the same time. I think it was like 2021 or 2 when I found Lunar Light Company. Yeah, Alex. So Alex is awesome. Alex is the maker. They're out of Cleveland, Ohio. Alex is she works all the time. She is a very, very hard worker. She's a busy girl. And I was lucky enough to just sort of link up and say, hey, I want to do some stuff with you. That's why I have a code, right? So you guys, if you don't know, VidGhoul10 is a discount code. It's 10%. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this up now, too. With all the discount codes and things, so I work with South of Sanity, Lunar Light Company, and Witch Nose. Kiki at the Brass Coffin and I are talking as well. I don't make anything off of the codes. If this was Kringle or Goose Creek, I'd be happy to make a commission. I don't want it. I refuse it. This is all about just offering a discount for y'all, like for and I don't make any money off of it. It's simply, they send me whatever they want to send me. I give you an honest take on it and a review. And, that's the relationship that I have. Some stuff they send me. I also purchase a lot of stuff. It's that's kind of the deal. That's kind of the deal. So Lunar Light. Let's jump into some scents, man. Like, let's get specific here. Actually, I was burning this one yesterday, Haunted Harvest. And so here's the thing. Let me pull up. I did make a few notes just because some of this stuff you can't, like, I've got to go hunting to find the notes and whatnot. But we're just going to talk in general, man. I'm just going to spitball. We're going to have a good time. And then I'm going to let you know what is coming out It's coming Friday at noon, the new Halloween 2025 line. So I have what's coming out and the kind of scent breakdown story and the notes on those. But anyway, Haunted Harvest is hay, dirt, caramel apples, kettle corn, and corn husk. Hay rides, picking pumpkins, creepy scarecrows, caramel dipped apples, corn mazes, and fresh pop kettle corn. The smell of fall festivities fills the cold autumn air. If you want a candle that actually smells like dirt and hay, this candle is for you. So, right? Do I want a candle that smells like dirt and hay? It's me. Of course I do. Haunted Harvest is awesome. Yeah. There we go. And Alex does some really cool labels. She doesn't use AI or anything to do her labels. And I think she's kind of re-upped her designs for this year. I think she kind of refreshes every year a little bit. But Haunted Harvest is really cool. I don't know it's when that's coming back or if it is. It's not. This one's not in the lineup, but that I know of. She gave me kind of the basic lineup. And you know, why wait? Why don't I just tell you what the lineup is? Let me grab my phone. She messaged me over this information just last night. Lunar Light. Here we go. So again, all of this is releasing Friday at noon. Lunar Light Company, Halloween 2025. Halloween night is coming back. As trees wave their branches amongst the night sky, illuminated by sparkling stars, bonfire, smoke, autumn spices, and the faint smell of candy is carried by a cool breeze through the holes in your mask. Halloween night is the perfect natural and earthy fall scent and will transport you to simpler times of roaming the neighborhood on October 31st. Halloween night's notes are birchwood, clove, berries, smoke, vanilla, and spice. Now, if you if you've watched my channel before, I think you might know my love for Halloween night, which I also have in a wax melt form. I love her wax melts. You know, I like a lot of throw. I'm a bit of a throw king on some things, and so I've got also the wax melt of Halloween night. I did a really in-depth review of this. It was in my first order. This is so cool. This is one of my favorite fragrances. It literally smells like you are walking around on Halloween night and you're smelling everything through a latex Halloween mask. That's the vibe I get from this candle. And I mean, how cool is that? How cool is that? The code for Lunar Light is VIDGHOUL10. So VIDGHOUL 10. 10. That is the code. You'll get 10% off your orders. But yeah, Halloween night, of course. So this is coming back. I would be really sad if this ever didn't come back. I don't know, man. It's amazing. It's what's cooler than smelling, autumn Halloween night through a latex Halloween mask. It's got that kind of sweet part of the latex, and it's got it has the sweet part of the latex has that kind of a berry note in there. It's nostalgic. Okay, the scent to me is very nostalgic. I don't know. This is a funny comparison, but do y'all remember in the 90s they had the garbage bag liners that smelled like berries? It kind of has a note in there that reminds me of that. It's a very 90s, very specific, very nostalgic smell. But anyway, the whole thing overall, you're going to get the wood and the latex mask and sort of this, it's a cold smelling fragrance. I mean, to me, it transports me somewhere. And that's the thing I love about Lunar Light Company. It's a transportative experience. I love it. Yeah. So Halloween night, amazing. So that's coming back. That will be available Friday at noon. Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm gonna sell my car and take out a loan for this weekend. It's worth it. I feel you. It's so early this year too. Everything's so early dropping, you know. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. You're a trip, Pam. That's funny. Indigo Eyes is one of your favorites from them, Carrie. I've got to try that one. There's so many fragrances that I haven't tried from Lunar Light yet. I'm pretty excited to try a bunch of those. So Night of the Jack-o'-lantern, and I don't think I have that one. By the way, Alex did send me a package. It is on the way. Time moves fast. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, I've got to do this live, and I'm like, oh well, I have no idea what she sent me, by the way, which is pretty exciting. But Night of the Jack-o'-lantern, she did advertise this too on Instagram. But this one's coming in the lineups. Baked pumpkin scents are classic and delicious. This candle is so good it's scary. Notes of sweet pumpkin combined with melted butter, vanilla, and rich autumn spices, all baked in a warm pie crust and finished off with a sprinkle of powdered sugar. Pumpkin, buttery vanilla, clove, powdered sugar, and pie crust. This is your straight gourmand scent. I haven't tried this one yet. I used to kind of shy away from like straight gourmand, and I've gotten more into doing that, especially if it's something nostalgic and it's something that I know is going to remind me of something specific. And I love pumpkin scents. I love pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin coffee. I love pumpkin spice. I'm a little less love of, but I still love pumpkin spice. Night of the Jack is the best pumpkin smell I've ever smelled. That's Dante, Mr. Mansion. That's exciting. I can't wait to smell it then. It sounds amazing. It sounds like an amazing gourmand. All right. Next up, so we've got Halloween night and Night of the Jack-o'-lantern are coming back in the lineup. So those are available Friday at noon. This coming Friday. What is that? Can't see my thing. That's the 1st. So August 1st, Friday at noon. So the next scent that's coming in the 2025 line is Halloween Forever. This is an enchanting blend of everything sweet and comforting during the best season of the year. You just pick the perfect pumpkin at the patch. You're at a table covered in leaves. You grab a freshly baked pumpkin donut topped with cinnamon sugar, and you pair it with a crisp apple cider. Halloween Forever is the perfect blend of sweet, spice, and gourmand. The scent is absolutely scrumptious and is sure to give you all the warm and fuzzy feelings this spooky season. Notes on Halloween Forever are apple cider, pumpkin donuts, cinnamon sugar, vanilla, and nutmeg. I love the inclusion of apple cider into this mix, and also the fact pumpkin pie versus pumpkin donuts is a different doughy, toasty kind of a vibe. I love a pumpkin donut for sure. Amanda says Night of the Jack-o'-lantern is your favorite, and you say you get more of a natural pumpkin from it as opposed to it being super gourmand. That's awesome. Virgil and I talk all the time about Virgil from South of Sanity, and I talk all the time about an authentic pumpkin, like the guts, the skin, the rind, not spice, the pumpkin. And so any kind of candles that can do that, can bring you an authentic pumpkin patch, authentic pumpkin rind, pumpkin guts thing. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, long live pumpkin everything. I feel you. And the cool thing about pumpkin is you do so many different things with it. It can vibe so many different ways in a candle. It can go anything from campestral, natural, raw type of thing to a pie to a gourmand, to also just this sort of very autumnal Halloween accent within the context of something spooky. Uh, Pumpkin's awesome. So, what's coming on Friday, August 1st at noon? We've got Halloween Forever, we said, Halloween Night, Night of the Jack-o'-lantern. All right, next up is Witch's Woods, which I have from last year or the year before. I can't even remember. Witch's Woods, beyond the creek, into the trees, illuminated by the lunar light. The legend of the witch lives on. Be sure not to go into the woods late at night. You may never return. Dark and mysterious dried tree branches and clove mingle with cypress, cedar, resin, and musk. This is an earthy scent blended with all of the magic of autumn. Notes are dried cypress, wood musk, cloves, cedar resin, and tonka. This is one I've reviewed on the channel and I've talked about before. And it is a whole vibe. This is one of my favorite cypress. Cypress is a really cool tree scent. I mean, it's almost like I don't even know how to do it. It's like the most rural wood vibe. I don't know. It's so good. Cypress is such a cool tree scent. It almost has a quality of like a pine to the wood, but it's deeper, it's resonant, and the dried element of it is so cool in here. You've got a really great clove, and the cedar resin's strong. The cedar resin in here is that like mauve, a heart of cedar, boiled down into a resin. So you get that deep spice, and the tonka just sort of lifts it up, makes it a little pleasant. So Witch's Woods, it's a very outdoors scent. It's again, it's a cold scent to me. There's something about it that gives me cold temperature. It's that time if you live somewhere where autumn's really cold, or you're in late autumn in the South, where basically most of the leaves are gone, and you're smelling all this wood and the dead leaves on the ground. Yeah, Witch's Woods, and it does have this sort of this undertone of menace about it that I really enjoy. So Witch's Woods, that is in the lineup for Friday, August 1st at noon. So here's one that she has shared with on her Instagram, and I actually have this one. This was a monthly scent. I had to have it. It's called Scary Stories. So I got this last year, and enough of us loved it that she said, okay, this has got to be in the lineup for Halloween 2025. So this is also going to be available in the Halloween 2025 lineup on Friday. Seasonal blend of hay, acorns, golden amber, cedar, tree branches, and maple sap. Right, so the notes listed though are acorn, hay, maple, cedar, and amber. How to describe this one? This is really pleasant. It's really nice. So like y'all know, I'm like amber can be super hit or miss. I like it as a helper note, and that's all it really is in here. It's a nice smooth note that gives almost a ghostly, vaporous sort of resonance to it. It's very pleasant. But the star of this is the acorn, hay, and the cedar sort of way in the back. You're getting the more raw acorn. Like if you've ever had an acorn in your hand, like and crunched it up and smelled the inside of it. I don't know if you've done that. And the hay is there too. The hay is sort of behind the acorn, but it gives you that bitter, barky acorn thing that with the cedar and everything, it's a very woodsy smell. It's a very rural, outdoors smell. But then you have the maple. The maples, again, that's it's a whisper. It's not. This has got some sweet to it, but it's like in a more of a pleasant vibe. No gourmand vibing thing here. This is again, this is a whole vibe. Scary stories. This is a whole vibe. And I don't know if it's just me, but it does remind me of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, this doesn't have a smoke in it or whatever, but it just reminds me of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like sitting around telling spooky stories in the woods. The maple in here is so nice. It's just real authentic. Honestly, I don't think you would pick out amber if you didn't know it was in here. You just know there's something in there that's got that kind of fluffy, nice nectar-like quality. But Scary Stories is friggin' awesome. So that is coming on Friday as well. I love it when the donut places start doing those pumpkin donuts. Yes. Yes. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, I like the labels a lot. Hey, Chase. AVA Pop Culture in the house. Hit the like button, everyone. Yes, like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Like I said, if you're into the movie kind of gig too, I got a lot of that content coming up, and you can check out some really cool videos at AVA Pop Culture. I think we're going to switch into horror mode in September, but I will be doing some non-horror and horror stuff real soon, and then it's going to be all Halloween soon. Hey, Melissa and Chris, thanks for joining in and dipping in and out. Oh, you got a 6 stray kitten who isn't doing well. Hey, God bless you guys for taking that little sweetie in. I'm a cat person. I love dogs too. It's like just because I'm a cat person doesn't mean I don't like dogs, but I'm a cat person. So Amanda says you keep it on your bookshelf. Scary Story collections. Never burned it. It's got a light. It's kind of a lighter scent, light throw. Mr. Mansion, you scoop. I think is you scoop and melt. That's it's a great way to do things too, especially if you want like a higher yield throw. I'm kind of starting to shy away from talking about throw so much anyway. The experience of throw is so different within your household, how your airflow is, everything else. I can only give you, my take on it and whatnot. But I burn these at my desk, and they're perfect. Some of them fill my whole room. Some of them just sort of chill in my area, and I'm good with it. Let's get technical. Let's get technical. These are what, 2.5 inches. The wax pool. It ain't gonna be Goose Creek for you guys. I don't care how powerful it is. You're only gonna get so much out of these single wicks. And I'm a bit of a throw king myself. But this is about a vibe and a mood setting thing, and something that I can light and hang, and it hangs around here on my desk. That's all I really expect out of these. To me, if like there is a few of these that throw, and I can smell them as soon as I walk in the room, and I've got a pretty big room here. To me, that's an epic throw for a single wick. So, hey, awesome, Carrie. Taking care of a feral cat colony. Cats are crazy, man. I love them. They're so wild. Actually, our Binks, he's an outdoor cat. Again, he was a stray, and we take care of him too. Make sure he's got a warm place and food, and he's our cat. We're gonna take him with him when we move. The people we live with have different allergies and things. They don't want him in, they can't handle it in the house. So When we move, Binks is coming with us, and yeah, he chose us a long time ago too. Brought us a nice dead bird that he splayed open that looked just like a heart. It was so sweet. I agree, Todd. These type of jars are great for small spaces. I've had some things like, if I'm working on my desk here and I want to burn a 3-wick or something, I'll put it way over in the other side of the room. And a lot of time, like Jen, she can't handle super strong fragrances, so she loves Lunar Light. It's perfect for her because it sets the mood, sets the vibe, and doesn't blow her face off. So, Mr. Mansion, what's horror? Yes, subjective. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna do a bunch of videos coming up soon on film content and all that good stuff, but I want to get into a little bit deeper conversations. So we're gonna do that as well. All right. So scary stories, Witches Woods, Halloween Forever, Halloween Night, Night of the Jack-o'-lantern are all dropping Friday, August 1st at noon on Lunar Light Company. That is the lineup for Halloween 2025, but also one more. This is called Wicked Brew. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe this is a brand new fragrance. I could be wrong. Doesn't hurt my feelings if you correct me, but I think this is a new fragrance. It's called Wicked Brew. Deep in the forest, you stumble upon a glowing, bubbling cauldron. Fear is setting in. You back away and hear a cackle in the distance. You know you should run, but something is drawing you into the glow of that cauldron. A bewitching scent is swirling into the air. That's a wicked brew. A delicious potion of simmering cider, plum, and apple skin over a base of cedar wood and cinnamon. So the notes listed on here are cider, plum, apple, spiced clove, cinnamon, and cedar wood. It is called Wicked Brew. I am expecting a transportative fragrance out of this one because it's mixing, fruit notes and outdoors notes. So I'm expecting something, along the lines of scary stories, or that has a whole vibe of a fragrance. The things about the stories that you always, I could read notes, go cider, plum, apple, spice, clove, cinnamon, cedarwood. We understand that we're going with the apple skin. So this is going to be the bitter. It's bitter. It's going to have that deep resonance, but we also have the cider in there. So it's going to be sharp and all that good stuff. Plum is such a cool note, by the way, in candles. I love plum. It has this very rich spectrum that, and in a way, it's as sweet as it is. It's got that really tart hit, but it also has that really deep kind of, I like to use the word resonance. That's what I say. Plum is a really cool note. So you got spice clove, you got cinnamon, and you've got the cedar wood, which I'm guessing is probably going to be your base there. And I'm curious as to whether or not it's going to be the more sort of upper dusty wood note, or if it's going to be deeper into the mauve center, the kind of cedarwood heart that has the spice hit. So we'll see. But I'm really excited about that one. That is called Wicked Brew, and that is in the Halloween 2025 lineup. So that's it. That is the lineup in full from what I know. I don't know if there's going to be anything else going on, or if there's going to have some extra stuff or whatever, but I know that the core Halloween lineup that Alex sent over to me, Lunar Light Company, Friday, August 1st at noon, Wicked Brew, Scary Stories, Witches Woods, Halloween Forever, Halloween Night, and Night of the Jack-o'-lantern. Really strong lineup there. Super excited for it. Super excited. I love an apple cider vibe. Yeah, Pam, I'm with you. Yeah. Yep, it's a new fragrance. That's what I thought. Hey, Pumpkin Queen. Hey, what's up, Candle Coven? Good morning. Yeah. Taylor in the house. Taylor, she's got her channel going now, guys. So go over there, give her a follow, and check out her content. It's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, Mr. Manch says, I only scoop because of not wanting to burn anything. Lunar's wax is stronger than any other candle company he's tried when scooping. That's awesome to know. So look, I know Lunar Light sometimes takes a hit for it not like, you know, throwing super strong for some people. Scoop it and melt it in a warmer, and you're going to get a much bigger throw, a much wider wax pool. Understand that throw is it's subjective. I'm just going to say that it's subjective. But the objective part of a throw also has to do with your airflow in your home, the way that where you're burning in the room. It has so much to it that I've really thought, you know, why the hell do I even talk about throw half the time? Because I don't want to be like, yeah, this throw's hard for me, and then you're like, I can barely smell it. Which, by the way, this is an interesting conversation, but you know how everyone's actually sees differently, their colors see differently, the rods in your eyes are different than it's all unique. And so some people I've noticed, they'll look at a shirt or something and go, wow, that's like a really burnt orange. And I'm like, it's brick red. It's brick red. No one's right or wrong. You're both right. That's how you're both seeing it. Fragrance, aromatics is that way. There are certain notes. For me, Palo Santo, it's very light to me. You can give me like the hardest hardcore Palo Santo note, and it's there, but like it doesn't smash me in the face. Other people smashes them right in the face. So it's a really cool subjective experience what aromatics are to some people. Some people, lavender is like, it's like a drop of blood in the water for a shark. They smell some lavender and they run the other direction. Lavender is real light to me. It doesn't throw me out. Doesn't blast me. So it's an interesting conversation, by the way. You know, what throws? Well, I really smell this. You know, some of it's subjective, some of it's objective. I say if you want a super strong throw, do exactly what Mr. Manchin's doing. He doesn't want to burn anything, which, you know, that's also the cause. Like burning things is some of the cause of you know, the pollutants that you get when you burn anything. If you want to stay away from that, scoop it out, put it in a melter, and or just, you know, buy the wax melt, buy some wax melts. You know, some stuff's not available in a wax melt, so buy the candle and scoop it out. Good to hear that their wax is so strong. I was trying to remember, like I said, Mr. Manchin did some really cool stuff about Lunar Light, and he's got some videos on there of some fragrances I've never smelled before, where he gets into them. But the content of the wax, I know it's like the apricot wax. I can't remember all the different the wax blend for Lunar Light, but it'll throw for you. I promise you that. I've never stuck a melt of hers in that didn't fill my room up. Yeah, olfactory perception's a big thing. It just is. So we've gone over the lineup of what's coming out. I'm super excited about it. Again, if you want like a discount, VIDGHOUL 10 VidGhoul10 will get you a 10% off discount. Again, I don't make anything from these. I'm not looking to make anything from these. This is just for y'all. Yeah, it's just something from Alex to y'all. So I want to talk about this one, Midnight Scarecrow. This is another one I've went over on a review. It's so like creepy hay scent. I made some notes on it, I think, from last year. I don't really have them with me, but yeah, I guess the stuff I've got notes on right now is stuff I've never reviewed before, which, by the way, I will be doing a review. And if you missed it, she sent me something and I don't know what it is. So we'll probably just do an unboxing here live whenever I get it. And I'll, of course, do a review. It's going to be awesome. But Midnight Scarecrow is like this gnarly. It's almost got an unpleasant like hay vibe to it. It's creepy as crap. I love this thing. But yeah, Midnight Scarecrow is one of my favorite ones. So she's got the other thing I really love about Alex is she does creepy year round. It's always one of my favorite things when you do creepy year round. We're gonna get into a couple of her fragrances that come year round. You can't talk about Lunar Light and not talk about Autumn in the Graveyard. Autumn in the Graveyard is special. It's one of those scents that Alex was put here on earth to create this candle. I say this about a lot of artists. It's I've got a lot of authors that I love, and they'll have a book or two or three that it's like they were born to write that book. And then the rest of their lineup is amazing, and I love it, and I'm a big fan of it. So it's not a diss on the rest. What I'm saying is there is something so incredibly special about this fragrance, Autumn in the Graveyard. If you've never tried that one before, check it out. It's an all-time favorite. Yeah, I'm done talking about Throw as well, Mr. Mansion. It's just such a get a candle warmer, guys. Get understand Throw is subjective. I mean, I'm gonna mention Throw here and there on, is it, I changed the way that I do reviews. I got cute with it, and I said it's a coffin, or it's a mausoleum, or it's a cemetery, which is either the coffin is it fills your immediate space. Mausoleum is fill your room up and maybe another room, and then the cemetery is it's a giant throw. And then I have one called Waking the Dead, which means it throws you right out of the room. That's about as detailed as I want to get with Throw, because it is just not worth it. Everyone is so different with that. Midnight Scarecrow is awesome. Alex always listens to everyone about if she gets enough people wanting Midnight Scarecrow back. I guarantee you it'll show back up at some point. Hey, good morning, Astro Rob. Got that Dead Man Reach coffee. Oh, you picked that up in Roswell. Nice pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? People burning that South of Sanity pumpkin spice latte. Amazing. Went to the parade in San Diego, Pride Parade. Awesome. Hope you had a great time, man. That's awesome, man. Yeah, let's jump into another. So this, I wish I had the notes on this one. Alex sent me this last year. She was excited. She's like, Chance, I know you like kind of crazy things. Like, check out. I got to send you this. Check out Graveyard Moon. Man, it's neat. Graveyard Moon is wild. It's kind of got dirt in it, and it's got some other kind of heavier, spookier, grave dirt vibes. But it has this kind of nice vaporous kind of sweet quality to it as well, but not like a gourmand sweet, more just like a natural nature, something pleasant in the air. But it doesn't vibe floral. It's the moon, the Graveyard Moon's like the perfect name for it. Cold. It's a whole vibe. It's really tough to. It would be easier for me to write a story around what this fragrance is, as opposed to explain the nuts and bolts of what it is. I have no idea. Although I can tell you, it certainly has. I can guess. 100% it's got a dirt note, and it's more of a damp earth. So it's not like wet mud, and it's not like dry dirt, but it's like perfectly damp graveyard soil. And it does have a really pleasant, sweet sort of a vibe that's natural, and maybe something sharp is in here. I don't know if it's the a frankincense type of sharp, that part of frankincense that does that, or if it's a citrus. It might be. It's such a cool fragrance, Graveyard Moon. I don't know when that'll be available again, but it's a really cool fragrance. Some of the stuff she has year round. So I mentioned Autumn in the Graveyard. That's a year round fragrance for her. Let's get into Witch Shop. This is another one I actually reviewed. Witch Shop is awesome. That's another one I like a lot. It's a whole vibe, man. Witch Shop is a whole vibe. It has an incensey quality to it and a smoky quality to it, but it also, I mean, it's different though. This doesn't. I think it's got some deep wood vibe, like some cedar in there or something. I don't know. Maybe a parchment. I don't know. It's such a Witch Shop is rad. So that's one that I know is a year-round fragrance. And this is one that look, I burn through this a lot. This is Old Cemetery. Old Cemetery is amazing. This is like exactly what you think it is. It's a cemetery, stone and dirt and moss, and it's a spooky as hell dirt fragrance at its heart. But it has something pleasant about it. So one thing I'm going to say about Lunar Light is this: I've never smelled any of her fragrances and went, man, that's harsh. Like, I don't think you're going to find a fragrance that's like Carnage or one of those ones that's like, oh God, I don't know, man. Lunar Light, I don't care if she's doing a graveyard fragrance or doing a gourmand or doing a floral. It's nice. Everything she does has this super pleasant quality about it. No matter how it vibes. Wolf Moon is another one. I reviewed this one as well. Like Old Cemetery, Witch Shop, Autumn in the Graveyard. A lot of these are on another review. Yeah, Wolf Moon's a whole vibe too. It's more of a winter scent, but I could see Cold Autumn in this. I can see Cold Autumn in that. Witching Hour was one from last year. It's another type of outdoors. This has a real present dirt to it. Witching Hour might be one of the scariest things that she's ever put out. So I think everybody should bug her about Witching Hour, because Witching Hour is incredible. Magic Potion is really pleasant too. That's a really nice, pleasant. It vibes that potion-y, vaporous type of way. Sweet. It's different. Yeah, Magic Potion is freaking incredibly pleasant. Incredibly pleasant. So I'm going to do a review. Like I said, she sent me a box of stuff, so I'm going to do a review on that for sure. But we'll do an unboxing live whenever it comes in. I'll do it on the next Saturday. And I haven't yet reviewed Scary Stories, which is coming this Friday. I haven't yet reviewed Haunted Harvest, which is from last year. It was one of the special editions from last year, which, again, by the way, it's possible that there will be some special editions. I don't know. Don't quote me on yes or no on that. I don't know. All I know is the core lineup. So this is one that she sent me. Alex and I connect on a lot of things. We're from the same era, grunge music, and Are You Afraid of the Dark, Midnight Society, right? This is a cool scent. If you ever, this is it's like a s'mores. It's a s'mores based scent, where the marshmallow, I think, and graham cracker, the chocolate is sort of hinted. It's further in the back. Marshmallow cream, warm sugar, vanilla, but it has wood smoke in it, so you get that campfire vibe. Really cool fragrance. I'm gonna certainly do a full review of this one at Midnight Society, and hopefully it'll come back. Midnight Society is awesome. Awesome fragrance. I was burning this yesterday, as a matter of fact, before I burned Haunted Harvest. So if you're just joining again, though, it's the Halloween lineup. I'm going to repeat it for y'all. The Halloween lineup is going to be Halloween night. Like I said, this is one of my favorite. That's an all-time favorite fragrance for me from the Lunar Light Company. It smells like a Halloween mask. It smells like you're wearing the Halloween mask and you're breathing in it, so it's nice and warmed up. You get that sweet latex kind of a vibe, but then you've got the autumn leaves and the cold night air. It's got a like kind of a dried berry hit. Halloween night's amazing, and it is such a conceptual and kick-ass fragrance. One of my favorite things. Night of the Jack-o'-lantern is coming back. Halloween Forever is coming back. Witch's Woods, which I've reviewed before. It's very outdoors, campestral type of. I didn't want to focus. Whatever. Witch's Woods is coming back. I always said if you've ever seen the movie Suspiria, towards the beginning, there's a girl running through the woods, and it's the first time you sort of hear the Goblin music. Goblin's a band that did the music, and it has that witch. So like that scene where she's running through the woods, Witch's Woods reminds me of that. Like every time I burn it, I think of the opening of Suspiria with the girl running through the woods towards the beginning of the film. Always. So Scary Stories is returning. Like that again, that one was one of those monthly ones that and it's a whole vibe. I love Scary Stories, guys. It's a lighter kind of a fragrance, a subtle kind of a fragrance, which is really good. I'm actually going to scoop this and melt it to really get it to throw even harder. But it's like that's the one with the acorn and the hay and the maple and cedar and the amber. It's such a good fragrance. Scary Stories is awesome. And then there's a brand new fragrance. It's called Wicked Brew. It's cider, plum, apple, spiced clove, cinnamon, and cedarwood. So Wicked Brew. That's the lineup. That's what's coming. That is what is coming. All things Lunar Light, y'all. So I think lastly, Danny. I don't know if you're on here. Danny sent me a wax melt for Dracula's Castle. It's teakwood, spicy black pepper, earthy moss, and vetiver. I'm gonna do a full review on it, but spoiler alert, it's really good and different. Yeah, I'll save it for the review. But Dracula's Castle is really cool, and it's conceptual, and it brings me to the castle, but in a way it brings me like inside the coffin of Dracula himself with the velvet and the wood and the teak wood and just the vibe of skin and of maybe like a body care or cologne. But although it's not, I wouldn't call it a full-on cologne fragrance. But anyway, Lunar Light has all of these amazing scents, and she's got wearables too. And I say check out some of the room sprays and stuff too. So good. I'm with you, Henry. Yeah, Virgil and I always go to war on that. He's a vampire guy. I'm a werewolf guy, as y'all probably know. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. So Lunar Light, August 1st at noon. That's the lineup. Yeah, there's another fragrance that I don't know where the melt is. I'm missing it. I'm missing it. Where is it? It's Witch House. Amazing scent. It's got this like, I think it's like black orchid, I want to say. It is a really cool fragrance. Scary as hell to me. Go figure. Yeah, I'm excited for these candles too. I can't wait to try Wicked Brew. You know, main focus being on smaller candle companies is, I mean, that's just sort of, I'm not saying I won't cover big candle companies. I mean, of course I will, but that's where my heart is with South of Sanity, Witch Nose, Lunar Light, Brass Coffin. I love trying new stuff. I want to get some Candio. Check those guys out. The dark candle stuff was awesome that Kent sent me. Cantrip was really good. That Danny sent me over. Cantrip candles was a whole vibe. This Jungles of McCall, Undergrowth, and Petrichor. This thing is absolutely incredible. And they're not making it, I guess. So everybody go bug them about that, because that is one of the creepiest petrichor, wet ozone, dirt, rain on the cement smells ever. Jungles of McCall. Yeah, I just got my Witch Nose stuff in as well, y'all. Yeah, I'm very excited to get burning. On these. Good Lord, Melissa and Chris. Reaper Field is probably going to be first up, just going to say. By the way, that lycanthrope candle, oh my God. That thing's amazing. It smells like the hide of an animal. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'll hang out a little bit longer before I got to run. Like, subscribe, blah blah. You know the drill. Carrie says you're gonna pre-order after you receive your whiffs. Yeah, which whiffs? Yeah, such a nice thing for them to do for us. Yeah, my father owns horses. So sometimes I got to go help him out with those because he's getting up there in age. But yeah, the hide of a big animal, it's a very particular smell. And if you are familiar with that, lycanthrope has that quality in it as a candle, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Carrie, you're burning dark candles, Tupelo honey. Oh, nice. I haven't smelled that one. That sounds amazing. Virgil of South Sanity has a like a raw honey scent, dark honey. I think it's called dark honey, something like that. It's good. It's good. Witch Nose did a honey scent too. Yeah, that thing is crazy, man. That was a crazy one. All right. Hey, yeah, God bless y'all guys for doing that. Give that kitten a little love from me. I hope he improves for y'all. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it. I have not seen the tiki candle that Yankee put out, Todd. Now, Halloween's coming. I know I'm excited, but you guys have probably heard me say this. I like to be where I'm at. It's summer. It's the ass crack of summer, guys. And I love tropical scents. I love tiki stuff. I love spooky summer. We've been doing the Halloween summer, the Summerween thing for a long time. We've been Gravity Falls fans for a long time. Spooky is always a flavor in every season of our lives. So, I'm still dead into summer. As a matter of fact, I've got a concept for an island horror movie, we'll say. So I'm really curious about this tiki candle you're talking about. Astro Rob, yeah. Year of the UFO. Seems like. So South of Sanity did his abduction. And look, South of Sanity and I kind of got an inside track on some stuff. that we shouldn't have, probably. But we did. He had already made his abduction scent, and then Kringle had theirs on that lineup, and we had a laugh. I don't know how funny of a laugh, but a laugh. I guarantee you, though, their abduction is going to vibe way different from South of Sandy's abduction. South of Sandy's abduction is one of the scariest damn fragrances I've ever smelled. It's in a way, it's very off-putting, but I also can't stop smelling the damn thing. So abduction from Kringle should be interesting. Spooky Town did that UFO piece. Yeah. FG squared. FG squares. I can't remember. So I got a piece from them last year, and they have a UFO piece as well, a crashed UFO piece. That's really cool, by the way. So if you want to check out FG Square, they also have a really cool villaging UFO crash piece. Right on, Rob. Rob's on top of it. He probably knows. Yeah, he's like, dude, that's old news for me. Henry, yeah, abduction's a really weird one. Love it, can't describe. It's tough. It's that the blood and the steel and the metal and steel in there, just along with the redwood notes and everything. It's something wild. It's something wild. No, I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a Facebook. I got rid of Facebook a long time ago. I've never come back to it. I think I might even have a profile on there that I go for Marketplace, but it's not connected to the channel or anything. I did just start a Patreon for Video Ghoulash. I'm just sort of prepping things for, I guess we'll just get into it. I'm about to do a ton of movie-related content. Lots of movie-related content. The fragrance content is going to keep happening too. Got a lot of candle reviews and all of that coming up too. And I'm doing book stuff, and there's going to be lists and rankings, and I'm doing my Cinewax series where I'm pairing a scent with a film. I'm going to be really specific on those though. The Cinewax series, it has to work like perfectly. And so far I only have a few that I'm like, this is worthy of a video. So that series is coming too. But anyway, I'm literally yesterday was writing a lot of the content that I'm going to be filming. So I've got some cool reviews coming as well. I used to run a blog, a film review blog many years ago. And I had it formatted in such a way that I'm pretty sure there's a couple of bigger horror sites that you've heard of, and they weren't doing reviews in the format that they have been doing them for the last 10 years, and they weren't doing them before I did it, and there were people that I talked to, so pretty sure they lifted my format, which is okay. Like, I don't care. It's just a format. But what I'm saying is I'm going to do reviews. I'm going to do them my way. So we're going to get into all that too. And there's going to be a lot of horror content for all you people who love horror movies, but there's going to be other content on there too, besides horror. And I can't wait to talk about some books and stuff like that. Like, I'm writing a novel right now, and I've always been a big reader. And horror books, people say, oh, there's not any new ideas in Hollywood, and there's no new ideas. There's a million new ideas. They don't do them because it has to do with money and, again, commerce versus art. But I encourage you to read. If you're not a reader, like, give it a shot, because there are some amazing authors out there besides Stephen King and Dean Koontz, which all love to them too, by the way. But I'm going back and I'm getting into some stuff that I just, missed from that era. I grew up in the 80s, but I started reading like adult horror way too young. I'm in the right era to have known what Goosebumps is and all that stuff, but I read my first Goosebumps book this summer. It's not that I wasn't of the right age for it. It was that when I was 9 or so, like, I tried to read it. And I started reading Stephen King at like 10. And I just moved into adult books. you know, that's just how I was. So like I'm going back and reading Goosebumps, which is fun, but I'm also going back and kind of diving into some other really cool authors and some modern day authors. I just finished reading Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. It was really cool. It was fun, but I can't wait to talk about that stuff. Like, you know, hopefully some of y'all will dig that content, but have no fear. The fragrance stuff isn't going anywhere. I'm still going to be doing that too. I'm just going to be doing a ton of movie content. Yeah, Amanda, I'm with you. I read 70s, 80s, and 90s horror books. I have boxes and boxes of books in my storage, and my shelves are always overloading. We go thrifting. Jen has a resale business where she's focuses on vintage clothing and vintage items, and we've been thrifting and doing that our whole lives, really. And I'm the guy that goes through every damn book in the store to find stuff. So yeah. My mom raised me on true crime since I was 5, which is pretty weird. True crime is creepy. I don't get into it so much because it's fascinating, but it's troubling as well. Yeah. If you start a Discord for horror stuff for Patreon donors, I'd be interested. You know, I'll look into it, Henry, for sure. Gosh, you know, I just joined some site that's a writer-centric site. I haven't posted anything to it yet, but I'm in the middle of working on my first novel. I've been writing my whole life, and I've been writing screenplays exclusively for the past like 15 or 20 years. So to get back to writing like in a novel format is interesting and different. There are things that you do in screenplays, or actually there are things you never do in screenplays that you do in novels. Like, and you don't do them in screenplays because you don't do it. Like, it's all about what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and what you're experiencing, and you better be able to read between the lines. In a novel, I can talk about what someone's thinking, and I can bring up the past, and it's a whole. I'm getting used to writing in that format again, which has been interesting. Jen's store is Trash Troll Vintage. She's got an Instagram. She is on. Gosh, she's on Poshmark. She's on. Gosh, does she have an Etsy? I don't know. Poshmark is probably one of her big. Depop. She's on Depop. Trash Troll Vintage, and she's on Instagram, and she probably has her links there too. But yeah, she does mostly like clothes, vintage clothes and stuff. Pam, my older son saw vampires on TV before he was 1 year old. Now he drives like a Cullen. That's hysterical. So are you y'all getting ready for that Kringle drop? They're trying to make everybody poor this year, I think. There's so much stuff coming, and it's early this year too. It's almost taking me off guard. Yeah, it's like why it's important to me to talk about Lunar Light Company on Friday. Like, she's doing her stuff's releasing again Friday at noon. Save some money for Witch Nose. Save some money for South of Sanity. Save some money for Lunar Light Company. Brass Coffin is doing a cool drop, re-releasing her Joseph Vargo collection, which people have been clamoring for years. August 1st, I think. Her and I are going to get together, and I'll have more about Brass Coffin soon. But there is so many awesome independent candle companies that have amazing Halloween and horror fragrances. Yeah, Brass Coffin's one of my favorites as well. Like I said, I talked to Kiki last night. messaging and just sort of, I think we're going to do something together. So, yeah, one of my favorite companies, Brass Coffin. Like I got that first order from them, and wow, I was blown away. Which, by the way, I'm gonna do a full review of that too. So I've shied away from doing a video content just because of the time that it takes, and I was so busy finishing up a film project. So now that that's done, and I'm going to be doing a lot more filming for the channel. Abduction from Kringle, maybe one or two more. Yeah, it's a lot, man. They're releasing just a ton and a half of stuff. They didn't bring back Witching Hour. What the hell? That was, and Trick or Treat, like the old one from last year and the year before and the year before that. It's one of my favorite things, and I never got a backup of it. And I'm so kind of pissed that they used the same title, Trick or Treat, and put it on a different candle that's new and chocolate and whatever. It might be good. That's fine. But man, I want that old Trick or Treat back. I'm going to have to go hunting, I guess. Go secondary market there. The premise of my novel. Let's see. So I don't like talking too much. I learned this really interesting thing that if you talk about the things that you're doing, you get the same chemical release in your brain as actually doing it. So you feel a sense of accomplishment by talking about it, which keeps you from doing it. Isn't that wild? But I'm not afraid to talk about it a little bit. I'm really excited about it. It's hard to not just tell you everything about it. I'm not going to tell you the title right now. The premise of my novel, it's a horror book. It has to do with supernatural horror. It is a time sensitive book. It takes place in 2000 after the Y2K, and it is in that era. And it has to do with, I'll tell you the setup. The setup is basically Y2K era, and it has to do with ghost hunting. And that was a huge thing, late 90s, early 2000s, ghost hunting, urban exploring, that kind of a thing. And it's about a group of individuals that have their own drama within the context of their own friendships and things like that. And they're going to a place that they think is going to be the thing that's going to get them famous. And what they're on the way to maybe doesn't pan out, but something else does that they come across that they're not prepared for. And it's at that location that things are going to go real sideways. I think it's a supernatural horror, maybe a little folk horror. Yeah. And period to 2000 Y2K era. So I'm super excited about it. My first book. And I will say this too. It takes place during one of my favorite transitional times of year, which is about to be honest, which is that crazy transition between summer to fall, where, fall is whispering in your ear and summer is at its end. So I'm pretty stoked on it. Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait to share more about it as it comes to fruition. The thing interesting about writing films and books and things like that is the amount of research and stuff that goes into it. I'm at the point where I'm getting ready to just outline it. I got all the characters, I got all the story, I know what's going to happen, and I've done all the research. And it's like, sometimes it's months of research and stuff before you get to actually get to the fun part, But yeah, I'm stoked about it, man. I'm stoked on it. Yeah, well, maybe another hint is that you might need something that reminds you of an amusement park. Yeah, autumn's end of autumn. Yeah, I love the transition between summer to fall, and like summer to fall is such an interesting period of time. I love it. I love it because like it's before you dive full on into the fall season, you're still trying to enjoy that last twilight of summer, and it's a cool vibe. You know, it's a cool vibe. I love transitional periods, although autumn is by far my favorite season. Just duh, right? Um, yeah, I was gonna say I've been reading a ton, so I don't know how many of you guys are readers, but Horror Store by Grady Hendrix I just finished the other night. I'm gonna do a review on that. I finished a book by Robert McCammon called Boy's Life, which is maybe one of the best books I've read in my whole life. I've read a lot of books. Boy's Life is a genreless coming of age story that has everything from true crime and history, but supernatural horror, but also coming of age. It's like if you threw in Stand By Me and like Now and Then and that era of growing up like that, and how every town has these stories too that are maybe supernatural, and the relationships of kids and bullies, and like it had everything. It's like if you were able to watch like The Sandlot and like Stand By Me, but like there was a supernatural twist, but then there was a true crime twist to it. Boy's Life was one of the best things I've read in my whole life. Robert McCammon. I can't wait to review that, man. Amanda, right? Amazing. You can't. It defies every genre. It defies every genre. Um, but straight up horror books. I read a lot. I love like old horror, like cheesy paperback novels that was it. They only exist in paperback. Never got a hardback. Paperbacks from hell, that kind of thing. But Grady Hendrix, I guess, he came on the scene, and I hadn't read anything from him. I got my girl, my best friend's Exorcism, and she read that and loved it. Said it was really good. Said I needed to read it, and I still hadn't read any Hendrix, but I got Horror Store, and I was like, yeah, I'll read this one first. Horror Store is crazy. It's like the pitch is it's like an IKEA store, but like it's something's really wrong with it, and these people are got to stay overnight for a type of mundane sort of a thing, and it goes down. Horror Store was crazy, and like the book is crazy too. It's got like ads for the furniture, and it's wild, but like it has to do with the story. It's not just some random, oh, let me tell you about this furniture ad. Like it's like it like that particular furniture that they advertise like before the chapter has something to do with what's going on, which is wild. I don't know, man. It was a blast. So Grady Hendrix Horror Store, that one was fun. And so I've read Ray Bradbury in the past, but I'd never read any of his horror stuff. I'd read some of his sci-fi stuff back in the day. I finally read Something Wicked This Way Comes, so I'm going to do a review on that. Wow, yeah, that was crazy. I've read a lot of stuff this year that was like, life changing in a way. So, anyways, blah blah blah. I think we're gonna call it a day. So Lunar Light Halloween 2025 dropping on Friday at noon. And I'll go over that lineup one more time for you guys just to give you that last memory refresh. Halloween night. That's the birchwood, clove, berries, smoke, vanilla, and spice. It vibes like experiencing Halloween night through a monster mask. I mean, it's got the latex vibe and autumn vibe. It's amazing. Night of the Jack-o'-lantern. That's pumpkin, buttery, vanilla, clove, powdered sugar, pie crust. A few of y'all in here have said it's your favorite pumpkin scent ever. So that's strong words. It's the Night of the Jack-o'-lantern. That'll be in the lineup. Halloween Forever. It's you got your pumpkin donuts, your cinnamon sugar, your vanilla, your nutmeg, and apple cider. So it's got the cider swing to it. Cider and donuts. What a vibe. I was able to go to, I think it's called Blaine's in Michigan a few years ago during fall and get a, cider donut and cider. It was awesome. So, that experience is what Halloween Forever sounds like to me. Witch's Woods, that's dried cypress, wood musk, cloves, cedar resin, and tonka. It is very outdoors. It has a hint of spook, like a very supernatural cold woods smell. Reminds me of the beginning of Suspiria, like I said. So Scary Stories, that is the first time in the Halloween lineup. It was a monthly special candle that was made, and it's acorn, hay, maple, cedar, and amber. I love Scary Stories. It's awesome. It is a more subtle and a lighter scent. So scoop it, throw it in a warmer if you really want a hard throw out of it. But I love it. Scary Stories is amazing. And then there's the brand new Wicked Brew, cider, plum, apple, spiced cloves, cinnamon, and cedarwood. That is what is coming on Friday at noon at Lunar Light Company. Friggin' stoked. And like I said, guys, she sent me a package, so I don't know. I have no idea what's in it, so I'm excited. I'll open it, and we'll do a live on the tube of the U. Appreciate you all hanging out with me, man. It's always cool. Always appreciate it. A lot more content coming. Like I said, we're gonna do a bunch of videos, so be filming a lot here really soon. I don't know when my next live will be. Might be next Saturday with the package from Lunar Light. Again, Kringle's drop. I don't know when, but Virgil and I are going to do the live unboxing. I'm sure we'll promote the crap out of it. So that's going to be a blast. Yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. And I'm going to do some full video reviews for South Sanity's Halloween 2025. Witch Knows Halloween 2025. I got some stuff, y'all. Some stuff showed up yesterday. The pumpkin. Woo! That's good. It's good. So we're going to get into that. I'll be doing full reviews of all that stuff too. And like I said, hopefully something with the brass coffin soon as well. Y'all be on the lookout for that. That's also coming August 1st. So I'm going to get with Kiki and, check her Instagram and, hopefully I'll get some lowdown on that too and help advertise when her drop is. But she's bringing back Haunted Hollow, which Virgil has talked to me about several times. So that's coming back, and it's limited, super limited on that one. So be ready for Brass Coffin as well. But yeah, guys, Lunar Light, August 1st, Friday at noon. Friday at noon. So not midnight, it's Friday at noon. Right on. Hey, thanks, Amanda. I appreciate it. Pam. Yeah, Kringle's midnight. Pumpkin Queen, thanks. Thank you for being here. Really sincerely appreciate these lives and hanging out with all y'all. Hit the like on this for me if you will. We're gonna drop a bunch of content here soon. So you guys have an awesome weekend. I got to go outside and do some yard work in this 100 plus heat index. So that's gonna be fun. But hey, Taylor, Candle Coven, by the way, you guys go YouTube, go check out Candle Coven. Taylor over there, she's got her channel going, and go check out Mr. Mansion. He's been dropping some really cool videos, man. Dante Renee is an awesome dude. Taylor, she's awesome as well. So like Candle Coven, Mr. Mansion, go check them out here on YouTube. Shari, thanks for joining in. Yeah, this is a blast, y'all. So here we are at the end of July and the beginning of August, and I'm gonna sign off by saying happy Halloween.